hear any of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, people talk about it, but I try not to, get into it. We got a great team. I knew we were going to have a great team. Everybody worked hard all summer. Wynn was back at home in Houston working hard with at the LeBron, Kevin Durant camp. And most of the guys were mainly here working hard. So I knew we were going to have a pretty good team this year.
Did you hear any of that stuff, Winston?
Not at all, and I kind of took it as a little disrespect, as a matter of fact, like for somebody to say that, oh, well, you guys don't have anything this year, or oh, you guys are a year away, it's kind of disrespectful, but at the same time, that's just fuel for my fire and fuel for everybody's fire.
What is working with this team? And why? You remember, you're knocking out Kansas, you're knocking out three top 25 teams already. What do you guys have that you think maybe people didn't think you guys would have? What's been clicking? What's been the secret ingredient, if you will?
I think the defense. Hut really brings the defensive mindset to everybody, and everybody's focused, and in practice especially. So when it comes to the game, it's kind of easy, and everybody's focused on defense. It makes makes everybody's offense go easier too.
You guys have been, you transferred, both of you guys actually transferred. You guys have been with different coaches, Durrell High School, AAU, everything like that. Where does Hudson kind of compare in terms of just in practice intensity and just focus on defense? I mean, what's different about him? What kind of makes him so special?
Well, I don't know about these guys, but he's very similar to my high school coach, Coach Michael Peck. That's all we did at Findlay Prep was defense, and I think last year I missed that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And now that Coach Hudson's here, it's great for us, and I think it's been the number one reason why we're as good as we are.
I guess after kind of evaluating the film of Boise State, obviously the second half you guys kind of collapsed. What really stood out about that second half, and what kind of went wrong with you guys, and how do you guys got to really fix it?
Just on the defensive end, we didn't get the stops that we needed in like the last 5 minutes or so, and that's also a credit to Boise. They're a great team. They came out strong the last 5 minutes. I just think we got to buckle down on defense, the last 5 minutes, and everything can take care of itself. But that's the main thing that we looked over in film and we talked about.
Yeah, I think guys the last 5 minutes need to up their intensity. That's what Hud told us to do, and that's what we need to focus on.
Ax, going to Air Force hasn't, been the happiest thing for you guys the last couple of years. Is there anything about that place that makes it particularly tough, or people just not give Air Force the credit that's due to them for being good?
Yeah, I think people don't really give the credit to Air Force. They're a great team and a hard team to prepare for. They got a different type of offense that teams really don't see year round. So that's a credit to them and their coaching staff. They're a very good team, and I'm sure it's going to be a tough game when we go out there and play this Sunday.
Is there anything you can draw back from your memory of playing it before that might help you a little bit?
I just know 2 years ago it was a good game, and last year it was a good game as well. They got us both times, so we just got to come out and play hard. We know it's going to be a tough game.
In both those games, actually, Lyons, the main scorer, I think he had more than 20 points in both those games. So he's gone now, a bunch of new faces. I mean, what do you kind of expect out of this team? And in terms of just their offense, are they still sticking with what they've been running these past few years? Is it kind of different considering how they have new kind of pieces to them?
Player-wise, we haven't watched film yet. We'll watch film as soon as we get done with this. And it's still the same offense. Back cutting, driving, getting fouls on you. So we did a pretty good job in preparing for that today. So we got to come back tomorrow and work at it.
Why is it so hard to prepare for them? What is it just because no one else does it? You don't see it that often, or is there something unique about the way that they play?
They're unique. They play a different style of offense, pretty much from everybody else in the conference. With the back cutting, dribble drive, and back to the first point we made. A lot of people don't give them the credit they deserve. They really are a good team. They're well coached, and their offense is hard to guard.
At this time last year, you guys weren't nearly as dominating as you have been this year. Do you notice a different vibe in practice? Do you notice a different vibe when you guys step on the court than you felt at this point last year?
Everything's different from last year at this point. I think everything's been different from the start of the season. Not necessarily in a good or bad way, just in a different way. Guys are more focused, and I think a lot of credit has to go to Coach Hutt on that. But we're a group of focused guys, and we're just trying to be as good as we could be.
Can you speak to that at all, Alex? You says everything's different. What specific things do you notice that are different?
Well, practice is way different than last year. You know, we get at it. We get after each other every single day in practice. So I think that's one of the main things that's different. In our defense, you know, has picked up tremendously from last year. So I think those are the two main things that's different from last year. And this is just a different group of guys from last year. You know, Chase and Jamal, James, Deshaun, they're not here. You know, we got Aqeel, Dakari, D'Earl, just a different group of guys. So.
So when you say, sorry, I didn't know the question. Sorry. So when you say you're getting after it, I mean, last year, I don't think you're going to say that you were slacking or anything like that, but was there something holding you back in terms of how you got after in practice? If it's improved so much this year, what?
No, it wasn't, you know, us slacking. You know, it was just, like I said, it's just a different group of guys. And like Win said, you know, we're just coming out real focused. Sort of times last year, you know, we weren't focused. You know, guys just joking around. But, you know, just like Win said, just a different group of guys and just coming out focused.
I think a big part of that has to go to last year. We had a lot of expectations in the preseason. You know, everybody was talking about us. I think we were preseason ranked. This year, you know, guys had to come with a chip on their shoulder. You know, everybody said this was a transition year, rebuilding year, and we weren't supposed to be that good. So a lot of guys took that to heart.
Is there danger of that chip fading away as you guys keep climbing the rank?
Not at all.
I don't
Not
think
at all.
so either. I think the depth of this team is one of a kind, and it makes the starting five amp it up in practice even more every day. I don't think we letting up on them ever.
Aqeel, what's this been like for you particularly the last 3 games? You know, you got quality minutes. You're not playing against, you know, a team you're gonna beat by 40, but you're getting quality minutes in a big part of the game. What, you know, having come from where you did as a walk-on, what's this been like for you the last?
It's been kind of a fast transition actually, from not playing in the beginning of the year. I mean, especially these two, I talked to them and they like, you just gotta stick it out. And when my opportunity came, I was ready, and I tried not to ever look back and take my time with everything and cherish every opportunity. And last year, I was sitting out. I was waiting my time, and when this year came, I was just happy and excited it came, and I was ready.
Just the fact that you actually earned a scholarship for the season. I mean, is that kind of motivating you at all, considering how you kind of want to prove to everyone that you were worthy of it, and you want to prove to the staff that they made the right decision giving it to you? Yeah,
definitely. I think a lot of credit goes to Coach Fisher. He told me last year, coming into the summer and to the new year, he said it would be an opportunity if I worked hard, and he stayed true to his word. So I respect him and I love him for that dearly.
Anything else for the student athletes?
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about Coach Fisher being in the mix for possible Coach of the Year awards and whatnot. He's up there, you know, one of the top 3 or top 2 candidates actually. Have you guys been hearing that? And do you guys does that kind of also motivate you as well, considering that he has a shot to get that kind of award? And it kind of depends on you guys playing the way you guys are playing and continuing that. What does it kind of mean to you to have him be in consideration? And what does it kind of mean to you just moving forward?
It's an honor, and I think us as players take a lot of pride in that, because Coach Fisher is a great coach, and he gives us a lot of freedom, but he also says with that freedom comes responsibility. So I definitely hope he wins it, and I think he's well deserving, and I think he's done a great job this year.